Chemistry is awesome.
Right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and Salam Sejahtera. So welcome back to this channel. So how you doing, guys? Feeling good? Great. Alright, so in today's lesson I'm going to start with this. So what is this, guys? Yes, this is an Oreo sandwich cookie. Okay, Oreo sandwich cookie, and everybody knows, Oreo sandwich cookies consists of, we have two pieces of Oreo chocolate cookies, okay, and inside here, okay, and this white thing here is the vanilla flavored cream. Okay, so means that if we have two pieces of Oreo chocolate cookies and in the middle here, okay, the vanilla flavored cream, and we are going to get one Oreo sandwich cookie. Okay, but what if, guys, what if we have this chocolate cookies? Okay, so let's count this chocolate cookies together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 pieces of Oreo chocolate cookies, and we have right, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, okay, pieces of the vanilla flavored cream. All right, so right now what do we have here? Okay, so we have, right, 8 pieces of Oreo cookies, chocolate cookies, okay, and then we have 3 pieces of the vanilla flavored cream. Okay, guys, so if we are based on these quantities, okay, these quantities, how many of this Oreo sandwich cookies can be made, okay, can be made out of this 8 pieces of Oreo cookies and 3 pieces of the vanilla flavored cream? Right, so let's check together. Okay, so if we have 8 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of this vanilla flavor, it's not vanilla, 8 pieces of this Oreo chocolate cookies. So based on these quantities here, we should have or we can make 8, means we can make, yes, we can make out of these 8 quantities, 8 chocolate cookies, we can make, yes, 4 sets, right, or 4 Oreo sandwich cookies. Okay, 4, okay, 4, and that is the quantity of Oreo cookies that we should make if we have 8 pieces of this. While if we have just 3 pieces of this vanilla flavored creams, okay, we can only make how many Oreo sandwich cookies? Yes, we can make 3 Oreo sandwich cookies out of these 3 pieces of vanilla flavored cream. Okay, so let's do this on the camera. Okay, so we have 1, okay, and then we put the cream here, right, and then we put the another pieces on top of it. Okay, guys, see, we have 1 Oreo sandwich cookies. Okay, 1. All right. Next, another. Okay, cookie, cream, right, put on top of it, and then, okay, right, see, we have the second Oreo sandwich cookie. All right, okay, and then the third cream means that we can make the third, okay, Oreo sandwich cookies. Okay, so the chocolate cookie, right, and then the cream, okay, right, and then we have the cookie here. Okay, so we have the third Oreo sandwich cookie. Okay, so if you look in this green plate here, right, so we still have remaining 2 pieces of Oreo sandwich chocolate, 2 pieces of Oreo chocolate cookies. But why can't we make the fourth or the next set of sandwich cookies? Why? The question is, why can't we make another or the fourth set of Oreo sandwich cookies? What's the reason? Yes, because we do not have enough. See, we do not have enough vanilla flavored cream. Okay, so what can we tell based on these observation? Okay, what can we tell about this situation here? Okay, so means that right now these 2 pieces of Oreo cookies would be the excess items. Yes, it is called the excess item. So even though initially we have 8 pieces of this, so it means that 8 pieces of this Oreo chocolate cookies, we should remember, we should make 4 Oreo sandwich cookies. But since we don't have enough vanilla flavored cream, because we only had just 3 of them, okay, 3 of the vanilla flavored cream, so that makes the quantities of the Oreo sandwich cookies that can be made out of this 8 pieces of Oreo chocolate cookies, okay, just 3 cookies. Okay, we can only make 3 Oreo sandwich cookies. And why? Because the vanilla flavored cream is the limiting items. Okay, so that is what we call limiting items. Okay, so what is limiting items? So limiting items, we can say that limiting items are the items which is completely used up. Okay, completely used up, okay, or finish first, okay, and what else? These limiting items limits the quantity of the final product form or final products produced. For example, since we have 3 vanilla flavored creams, so that's why we can only make 3 Oreo sandwich cookies, even though we have 8 pieces of this Oreo chocolate cookies. Got it, guys? Okay, so that is the concept of limiting and excess items. Okay, limiting and excess items. Alright, guys, so next what we are going to do with these 3 Oreo cookie sandwiches. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So let's eat them up and see how delicious they are.
12 seconds later.
Alhamdulillah, those Oreo sandwich cookies were delicioso, very, very delicious. Okay, enough with the cookies, enough with the Oreos. Alright, so now let's move on. Right, so let's say, guys, let's say we have this reaction. Okay, and this is a balanced reaction, balanced equation. Okay, from this balanced equation, what can we say? Okay, so we can say that 1 mole of hydrogen reacts with 1 mole of fluorine to produce 2 moles of hydrogen fluoride. Okay, so means that if we have 1 mole hydrogen, 1 mole of fluorine, we are going to get 2 moles of hydrogen fluoride. So this is based on the stoichiometrical relationship in this reaction. So means that if we have 1 mole of hydrogen, you have 1 mole of fluorine, and the reaction will be completed. And we are going to get 2 moles of hydrogen fluoride and no more reactants left. Okay, so we are what happened to hydrogen and fluorine? So both of these hydrogen and fluorine were completely reacted. So no more. So that's why no more reactants left. Okay. However, what if we started this reaction? Okay. Not with 1 mole of hydrogen and not with 1 mole of fluorine. Instead, we are going to start this reaction with 2 moles of hydrogen and 3 moles of fluorine. How many moles of hydrogen fluoride shall we get? Okay. Right. So now let's look at how to solve for this problem. Okay. Right. Okay, so from this balance equation, okay, we knew that 1 mole of hydrogen reacts with 1 mole of fluorine to produce 2 moles of hydrogen fluoride. But we started the reaction with 2 moles of hydrogen and 3 moles of fluorine. Okay, guys. So in this case, actually you have the option here. Okay, you have the option here. You want to start with hydrogen or you can start with fluorine. So let's say I'm going to start this reaction with hydrogen, these moles of hydrogen. Okay, so if we have 2 moles of hydrogen, okay, so therefore, remember 1 mole of hydrogen should react with 1 mole of fluorine. Okay, but in this case, we have 2 moles of hydrogen. So therefore, 2 moles of hydrogen should react with 2 moles of fluorine. Okay, got it? Okay. Right. So what can we say here? So the moles of fluorine needed is 2 moles. However, okay, how many moles of fluorine we have? We have 3 moles of fluorine, or we can also say the moles of fluorine available is 3 mole. So if we compare between the moles of fluorine needed and the moles of fluorine available, okay, so what can we say? Yes, okay, so moles of fluorine needed in the reaction is less than moles of fluorine available. See, the moles of fluorine needed is 2 mole. Okay, but the moles of fluorine available is 3 moles. So that's why moles of fluorine needed is less than moles of fluorine available. Or we can say moles of fluorine available is greater than moles of fluorine needed. So in this case, what can we say about fluorine? Yes, so fluorine is the excess reactant, while hydrogen is the limiting reactant. Okay, remember okay, the moles of fluorine, since it is less than available, so that's why at the end of the reaction, okay, so fluorine becomes excess reactant while hydrogen is completely reacted, since hydrogen is the limiting reactant. Or okay, so let's say if you don't want to write it this way, actually there is another option. Okay, just now we started with hydrogen gas. Okay, with hydrogen gas, so why not we started the equation with fluorine? Okay, so let's say we have 3 moles of fluorine. Okay, so 3 moles of fluorine should react with 3 moles of hydrogen, because the ratio of the hydrogen to fluorine in the balance equation is 1:1. So it means that if we have 3 moles of fluorine, for the reaction to be completed, okay, so 3 moles of hydrogen must react with 3 moles of fluorine. However, we don't have 3 moles of hydrogen. So how many moles of hydrogen we have? Yes, guys, we have 2 moles of hydrogen, not 3 moles of hydrogen. So means that moles of hydrogen needed is greater than moles of hydrogen available. Okay, so this means hydrogen is not enough. Hydrogen is not enough. So what will happen to the reaction? Okay, so once the reaction occurs, okay, so this hydrogen will completely consume first or use up first, while fluorine will become the excess. Okay, will become the excess reactant. So in this case, so that's why, okay, same as the previous just now, we are going to get hydrogen is the limiting reactant while fluorine is the excess reactant. Okay, see? Alright. Okay, so what can we say about limiting reactant, guys? So limiting reactant is defined as reactant that is completely consumed, or we can say that limiting reactant is the reactant that is used up first in a chemical reaction and limits the amount of products formed. Okay, so that this is the definition of limiting reactant. Remember, okay, it is a reactant which is completely consumed in a chemical reaction. Okay, and one more thing, this limiting reactant limits the amount of products formed. All right. Okay, and then we are going to calculate. We are going to calculate how many moles of hydrogen fluoride shall we get from this reaction. Okay, if we have okay, 2 moles of hydrogen and 3 moles of fluorine just now. Okay, right, so since hydrogen is the limiting reactant, remember the definition of a limiting reactant: reactant which is completely consumed in a chemical reaction and limits the amount of products formed. So that's why in this case, since hydrogen is the limiting reactant, okay, so that's why this hydrogen limits, it shall limit the amounts of hydrogen fluoride formed. Remember the Oreo cookies, okay, so even though we have 8 pieces of Oreo cookies, okay, we should get how many? Yes, we should get 4 sets or 4 Oreo sandwich cookies. But since we only have 3 vanilla flavored creams, okay, so that's why we can only make 3 sets, 3 sets of Oreo sandwich cookies, because the vanilla flavored cream is the limiting reactant. Okay, limiting, so that's why we can only get 3 sets of Oreo sandwich cookies, and not 4 sets of Oreo sandwich cookies. Okay, so let's get back to this hydrogen and hydrogen fluoride. Okay, so from the balance equation, okay, so we know that 1 mole of hydrogen produces 2 moles of HF or hydrogen fluoride. Therefore, if we have 2 moles of hydrogen, okay, so 2 moles of hydrogen shall produce 4 moles of hydrogen fluoride. Okay, 4 moles of hydrogen fluoride, because we have 2 moles of hydrogen, and this hydrogen limits the amount of hydrogen fluoride formed. So therefore, moles of hydrogen fluoride produced in this reaction is 4 moles. Okay, 4 moles. Okay, and then let's say, guys, okay, let's say what if we want to know, okay, if we want to know the mass of hydrogen fluoride produced. Okay, so just now we have already determined, okay, the moles of hydrogen fluoride produced in the reaction, which is 4 moles. Okay, and to calculate the mass of this hydrogen fluoride produced, we are going to use the molar mass of hydrogen fluoride, which is 20.01 grams per mole. Okay, and from this molar mass, okay, we knew that 1 mole of hydrogen fluoride weighs 20.01 grams. Okay, 20.01 grams. But we don't have 1 mole of hydrogen fluoride. Instead, we have 4 moles of hydrogen fluoride. So therefore, 4 moles of hydrogen fluoride should weigh. So if we calculate this, so what is the answer? So we are going to get the mass of hydrogen fluoride produced in this reaction is 80.04 grams. Okay. So this is the case if we want to know what is the mass of the hydrogen fluoride produced in this reaction.